Hey guys, Joey Shanks here once again, and after doing the Ghostbusters Proton Streams episode, I was had an itch to do another 80s movie effect, and I thought a good one would be the Back to the Future time slice effect when the DeLorean hits 88 miles an hour. And I'm going to be making this a 3-part episode where I'm going to build a clock tower, and we're going to even do the lightning hitting the top of the clock tower and the electricity coming down.
And we'll also cover forced perspective and how to incorporate these miniatures into a real-time environment.
But for now, I just wanted to go over the basics of creating this effect. And we have our camera on a slider hooked up to our Dragon Frame stop motion software. Right about at this point, you're going to start to see some flashes. And eventually it's going to turn into one big flash, and you'll see kind of a big poof. And we're going to have to shoot a clean plate of the DeLorean as we go frame by frame, moving the DeLorean and the camera side by side. And once we get to the point where we're going to start light effects to it, we're going to probably have to make different exposures. So we're probably going to eventually get up to maybe like 5 or 6 exposures for each frame. So I know we're not going to be able to make this look exactly like it, but I think we'll at least be able to use this as a reference to be like, okay, there was some sort of flash happening at this point, and then this grill lit up at this point. So at least we'll match all the major cue points for the effects. We're at 8-second exposure, 22, and I'm animating this at 15 frames a second. And like so. Number 14. Okay, so now we're going to start to incorporate light elements. We first see the red, or the pyrotechnics under the car for about 2 frames before we see the blue. So let's incorporate our red element here. So what we're going to do is go to our exposures here, and we're going to turn X2 on. So that's going to be our red element. Okay, so we got our red laser here, and we're just going to hit this maybe a little bit to just get some nice red underneath the car hitting the ground. And I'm only going to probably use the red for like 1 second. So let's do it. Just a little red element to start, so that'll work. Now we're incorporating our blue element. Just start a little bit kind of along here and just kind of get this guy going, kind of the front bumper here. Now we're going to incorporate a lens flare coming from a light that shoots off the back of the car. This guy right here, that kind of activates the time slice right there. Boom. And it kind of creates this comet effect that comes to the front and activates kind of the portal. I want it shooting like right at the lens. There we go. So we're going to take that guy. That's going to be our 4th exposure, and we're going to be having more. All right, so let's see how that looked. Oh, that looks really good. Wow. Okay, so I'm finally at the last take here, and I'm only doing 2 shots, the establishing plate and our red laser streaks. Take it. My streaks there. I'm going to do a few more of these, and then we're going to import them and composite them in After Effects and see what we get.